The National Day Parade has been postponed to the 21st of August after Phase 2 Heightened Alert. A ceremonial parade will be held on the 9th of August at the Float Marina Bay instead. For more, we're joined by Associate Professor Eugene Tan from the Singapore Management University. Professor, what's the significance of this change now?
Dawn, a postponement of the National Day Parade is unprecedented. But I think it is a step in the right direction, given that we are now back in Phase 2 Heightened Alert. So I think, Singaporeans would be concerned, about the National Day Parade taking place when all of us, are asked to take safety measures, to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So I think this is certainly a step in the right direction.
And what do you think were the factors that would have led to the government to make this decision?
Well, Steve, when the decision was made, to have the parade at the float, we weren't in Phase 2 Heightened Alert, but things obviously changed very quickly, given the unpredictable arc of the pandemic. And so given that we just entered Phase 2 Heightened Alert, and given that this would be in effect for a month until August 18th, I think the messaging would be somewhat out of sync if, we have a parade, while Singaporeans will not be able to dine out, there will be restrictions on gatherings and all. So I think this is an attempt, to ensure that the messaging is consistent. And so even something as important as the National Day Parade, will have to be delayed. But I think it will also enable, when the parade does take place, for us to perhaps be in a more celebratory mood, given that, we should be able to fight back this current surge. And I think, Singaporeans would be in a much better frame of mind, to celebrate Singapore's birthday.
Well, at this point, Professor Eugene, we don't know a lot of details about this postponement, other than that, details of rehearsals, those aren't going to be disclosed to ensure that people don't gather in those areas on specific days for rehearsals. But we do know there's going to be this ceremonial parade that's going to take place on the 9th of August, on National Day itself, at the Float at Marina Bay. What can we expect of that?
Well, Dawn, I think that's important, right? You certainly don't want a National Day to go by on a very low-key mode, as in nothing's happening. So certainly, that ceremonial event on the 9th, very small scale, very few people involved, but it is the nation's birthday, and it's important, to mark it, to commemorate it. And the bigger celebration, will come, just about 10 days later. So I think, here is a nation trying to come to grips with the pandemic, that there is that sense that we need to adapt accordingly, and that even something, like the National Day Parade, cannot be something that will get in the way, of us dealing with the pandemic, in a surefire way. So as I see it, I think that this postponement, will be very much welcomed by Singaporeans, because I think there is a sense that, the focus must now be on getting the numbers down when it comes to COVID-19.
Certainly the priorities are to keep the spread of COVID-19 as low as we can keep it. Professor, thank you very much for speaking to us this evening. We've been speaking there with Associate Professor Eugene Tan from the Singapore Management University.